Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So I am very excited for today's video because it is going to be another first of its kind. I feel like I'm saying that a lot lately, but obviously, you know, I'm kind of a newer channel, so of course, like, I haven't done a whole lot of content and different types of videos yet, so of course there's going to be a lot of first-timer videos, but also I'm just trying to pay attention to what people like to see on YouTube, what I like to see on YouTube, and kind of create those types of videos. So today is going to be like a fab or fail drugstore edition. So basically I have quite a few items from the drugstore that I have purchased, that I have tried out. I'm going to review them for you guys and tell you if I think they are fabulous or if I think they are a fail. I really wasn't sure what to call the series. Like, I know some do like hit or miss, buy or buy, that sort of thing. I could not think of anything, and fab or fail came to me one night, and I tried looking around. I couldn't find anyone else with fab or fail, but I'm pretty sure there's gotta be like 2 million people out there that have fab or fail. Just saying. I just couldn't find it in my quick little research, so I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna use that one, but I'm not totally sold on it. If you guys have any other good ideas for like a hit or miss, buy or buy, fab or fail type of series name, please leave it in the comments below, because I would love to like come up with a fun name that I feel like I really like. But yeah, so basically I'm going to be talking about a lot of different drugstore items, affordable items, and you know, even though something is more affordable versus more high-end, you still don't want to fill your makeup collection with items that are just kind of like either so-so or downright no bueno. So I'm going to be going over a few of these products. I'm very excited for it. I hope you guys will enjoy this video. And without further ado, first I'm just going to jump in with what was closest to me, and it was this Milani Prime Shield Face Primer. It's their mattifying and pore minimizing primer. Okay, so this primer is 0.6 fluid, 8 ounces. The very first thing that I noticed about this primer is that it feels like it's half empty. Like when I picked it up in the store, picked it up off the shelf, I was like, is there anything in here? Like, this feels very strange to me. So I don't, 0.6 fluid, 8 ounces, let me do a comparison. I'm just gonna go ahead and compare it to the Maybelline Master Prime, their Blur and Illuminate primer, which is one of my favorite primers, and that has a full fluid ounce, versus the Milani, which has the 6.8 fluid ounces, and I believe this primer was $9.99, which to me, for a drugstore primer, that is still pretty pricey. So for $9.99, I guess I felt like I would get more than, you know, just over half of a fluid ounce. So that part truly did not impress me very much. So it says it's going to mattify and perfect skin and minimize the appearance of pores and fine lines. It's light and non-greasy and does not clog pores. So I decided to pick up the mattifying because Milani also came out with a new one that is more of a illuminating primer, hydrating primer. I went with the mattifying because summertime is almost here and my skin just kind of varies on the seasons. Usually during the summer I can get a little bit more oily, where in the winter I usually need something more like luminous and hydrating. So that's why I went with the mattifying primer. It does go on non-greasy to me. It doesn't feel like sticky, greasy, just kind of like icky on my face like some primers can feel. So I don't mind the way that it feels on my face. I have not had any irritation with it. I do think it does a pretty good job. I think it does a good job mattifying the skin. I will say that I saw the mattifying happen. I don't know if I see as much like pore filling as maybe some other primers, but for mattifying, I thought it was good. If you're looking for something that is more of a pore filler or pore minimizer, I don't think this is the best bet. But if you are just looking for like a good mattifying primer, this one does seem like a good choice. Again, I'm just kind of not very impressed by how much you're getting and for the price that you are paying, but so if I would have to call this one a fab or a fail, I kind of want to like put it in between. Can I do that? Can I put products in between? I don't know. I feel like I would put it in between, but more towards the fab side, just because I like the way it felt on my skin and I like that it did mattify my skin. So for those reasons, I would give it a fab. I would just say, like, try to use a coupon code at like CVS or wherever you buy these. I bought mine at CVS. Use a coupon code. Save a few cents. The next product I have is from Covergirl, and it is their Oh Sugar Lip Balm. So the packaging looks like this. I think the packaging is super cute. I picked mine up in Cupcake. Also, I will be having a 2,000 subscriber YouTube giveaway going on soon, and I picked up another one of these in a different shade for that giveaway, but that will be coming soon, so stay tuned. That's coming. Thank you guys for 2,000. very exciting. Basically, I just started running out of my lip balms because I wear liquid lipstick so much. I keep wanting to make sure my lips are hydrated. And so when I do wear liquid lipsticks, like my lips aren't just like being totally devastated by drying formulas and all that good stuff. So I was running out of lip balms, and so I was at Target one day, and honestly the packaging just stood out to me. I really don't know much about these CoverGirl's Oh Sugar lip balms. I don't actually have a lot of CoverGirl in my collection, but like I said, packaging stuck out to me, and this one is called Cupcake, and I just thought it was super cute. I did want something that is totally sheer, and if you guys can see, like I'm putting this on my hand, this is a totally sheer lip gloss. That is what I wanted. So, because I just want something where I'm like sitting at my computer, I can put some lip balm on. Like I don't want anything with color. That's why I have my glosses, that's why I have my lipsticks, etc. So I was really glad Cupcake was completely sheer. There was maybe like 2 or 3 others that I thought were totally sheer as well, but if you do like lip balms with color in it, they did have those options as well. It has a really nice scent to it, and for some reason when I heard, like I feel like I've already used quite a bit. Do you guys see that? Like I use this several times a day. When I heard the name Oh Sugar, for some reason I thought it might have like some sort of scrub in it because I have a sugar scrub, but it's not. It's just a very nice lip balm. So it says that it's a vitamin infused lip balm. Mine at Target I think was right under $7. I mean, if you guys just need like a really nice hydrating lip balm in your collection, I definitely say check these out. I'm totally gonna pick up more. I feel like I'm gonna go through Cupcake so fast. This is a definite fab. Next I have 2 lip products to talk about as well. These are liquid lipsticks, and they are from NYX. They are each a part of the Lingerie collection. This is what the packaging looks like. I actually just mentioned these in my April favorites video, so obviously what do you think I gave them? A big ol' fab. The colors that I have are in Ruffled Trim, and then also Bedtime Flirt. I have swatched these in a haul video. I can leave that linked below for you guys. And I also have a ton of swatch pictures for them on Instagram. I actually am wearing Bedtime Flirt right now on my lips. I absolutely love these liquid lipsticks. I picked mine up from Ulta. They are $6.99 on the Ulta website, which is freaking phenomenal for a liquid lipstick. I just really enjoy this formula because it's not drying on my lips at all, and that inner rim thing that I hate so much, like I do not get a lot of it with this, which makes me very happy. It's not tacky. Like my 2 shades I absolutely love, and what I've understood from the NYX Lingerie line is that like it varies from shade to shade. There are shades that are not very pigmented, there are shades that are very tacky, like there are shades that are super drying, and I don't know, I did a lot of research before I bought these. I don't know why. They're $7, but again, you don't want to fill your collection with items that you're not going to use or are not worth it. And basically everything that I heard said Ruffled Trim and Bedtime Flirt are 2 of the best ones. That's why I bought these ones in particular, and I definitely agree with that. So I don't know if I can say the NYX Lingerie brand on a whole is fab, but these 2 shades in particular I think are bomb. I'm wearing them so much, and today I did more of like an orange coral sparkle eye using the Morphe 350 for the first time. And I was like, what in the world lipstick am I gonna wear? And I was just looking at all the different shades, and I was like, I gotta do it. I gotta wear NYX because I just love these liquid lipsticks so much. Super affordable. The NYX Lingerie liquid lipsticks and Bedtime Flirt and Ruffled Trim get a big fab from me. So I have a couple products from Maybelline. Maybelline is one of my favorite brands at the drugstore. I've been wearing Maybelline for so many years, and I just gravitate toward their section. I think they are one of the drugstore brands that has done a really good job of seeing what it is that's trendy, seeing what it is that people like, and then coming out with really good products for it. And I really love Maybelline as a brand. Truly do. So I have 3 different items here to talk about. First one that I have is from their Master Fix line. It is their Setting and Perfecting Loose Powder. I love this stuff. This is key when I am putting on foundation. This is what I use to set my entire foundation, like set my whole face. I prefer to use this with the Morphe E3. If you just watch my Morphe haul, it's one of the big fluffy tapered brushes, and I think these two together make my skin look like they are airbrushed. When I first started using these two together, I could see in pictures and I could see on film that my skin just looked better, and I have chalked it up to it is these two products. The only thing I don't totally love, and this is with any loose powder, is that the powder can kind of like get everywhere. Like right now it's all over my hand because I used it when I put my makeup on today, but that's okay. But it's very lightweight on the skin. Like, I mean, I don't feel this at all on the skin. It doesn't cake, it doesn't settle into fine lines. It just like makes my skin look smoother, it looks better. I love it. So far I have not experienced any sort of like white flash when using, or white cast when using flash photography. I don't see that happening at all, which is usually like a pretty big scare when you're using like a white loose powder. Have not had that happen to me, and I've tested it out with flash photography several times. I've never seen it. This is more expensive for being a drugstore product. It is $9.99, but like a lot of times CVS is always having deals for me, or I have coupons, so it's nice to be able to get that. So a little bit pricier, but I feel like it's definitely worth it. This gets a big ol' fab. So the next one I have from Maybelline is their Master Precise Gel Pencil. Looks like this, and it's just like a teeny tiny little guy, and when you open it up, like the product is tiny. Like, can you guys see that? It is so small. What I love this for is for my waterline. I really like the gel consistency because it kind of reminds me of the NYX Jolie gel pencil, which I think is like one of the best waterline pencils out there besides ColourPop, which I think is the best. It reminds me a lot of that type of formula where it just like sticks to your waterline and stays there, and I appreciate that so much. I have it on today. I've used it in many tutorials if you guys have seen it. So I got the brown one, and I actually did it on accident. Like, I just was so excited. I saw it at CVS and grabbed it and went on with my life and got home and realized it was brown. But that's okay because I truly have so many different black eyeliner pencils that I was like, why not do brown? And I just love it even more because the brown is just kind of gives the look a little bit of a softer look. And so if that's what you're going for, but you don't want to go totally like nude or beige or white in the waterline, you can do brown, and I think it is really pretty. This I'm finding online between like $6 and $7. I think I paid in the $6 range at CVS for it, but I think it was also like a sale with Maybelline. But yeah, fab for me. The last one I have from Maybelline is another eyeliner pencil. This is from, let's see, it's their Master Precise by Eye Studio. That's really all it says. This is what it looks like. It's just an eyeliner. So it's just a simple black eyeliner. It kind of has like a felt tip type of tip here, and it's very sharp on the end, if you guys can see that. Like when I saw it on the packaging, I was like, ooh, that could be interesting. So I picked it up. Again, I think it was in like the $6-ish range. I'd say between like $5 and $7 range. I got home and I used it, and the tip is it's not stiff, which I like because sometimes when they're so stiff it feels like it's kind of hard to do anything with, but because it wasn't stiff and I went in thinking it was, like you actually kind of have to be careful or else you can like flick it and it's gonna do crazy things, because I definitely have had that happen to me. So that was one thing that I noticed. But the first like 2 to 3 times that I used it, I was actually pretty disappointed in it because I didn't think it was very black. I felt like I, put it on, I did my line, I did my wing, and then I felt like I had to come back and either keep going with the wing because it wasn't black enough, or I came in with my NYC liquid liner and put it over it just to make sure that I thought it was black enough. And I was really bummed out about it. I kept trying. Basically because I'm out of every other like liquid liner except for the NYC, and I mean, catch me on a bad day and I'm gonna look like a raccoon when I use that stuff. So I kept trying, and honestly, if you just work on building it up, it will be black enough. It took me a few times, but I ended up being very happy with it. I do have it on my eyes today. I have no NYC liner over it, and I thought it worked just fine. So you do kind of have to build it up. So when you make your wing across your eye, just go back a couple times. Make the line some more, and then when you go to do the wing, just come down, keep bringing that wing down. And like, especially for me, who I typically make a small wing and then start to try to build it up and build it up, this actually worked super fine for it because as I'm continually building that wing, I'm just making the liner blacker and blacker. So In the end, it ended up working for me. It was a little bit of trial and error, so I'll kind of put it again like the Milani, like it's kind of in the middle. I don't think that you absolutely have to have it or anything like that. It's okay in my book, but I'm leaning now more towards like the better side. So if I had to pick FAB or fail, I would pick FAB, but it's more like in the middle for me. Alright guys, moving along, I just have 3 more products left, 1 more brand. That brand is Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild, in my opinion, is like doing good things right now. They're coming out with a lot of new products. A lot of people are excited about them. I saw that they just came out with highlighters. I have not been able to find the highlighters. I was going to try to find them to put in this video. I can't find the highlighters yet. I'm so sorry. But I'm going to start with one of the like less newer products, which is their Mega Glow Contouring Palette. It looks like this. I have it in Dulce de Leche. This thing is bomb. I'm pretty sure it's been in a favorites video. I've actually had it for a few months, so it's not super new, but people are still asking me questions about it. This is what the inside looks like. So you have your contour shade over here, and this is what I use as like a setting powder for underneath my eyes. It's amazing, and it was like $5. Seriously, amazing. It took me forever to find this, and I was getting so frustrated, and I was like, what if I finally find it? And I absolutely hate it. That has been no problem at all. At first I just kept going in with the contour shade, and I was like, this contour is so amazing. It's what I have for my contour today. I'm like, it's amazing. It's easy to build up. It's very pigmented, so you need to come in light-handed and build it up, but it's buildable just fine. But like, don't go in with a ton on your brush because it's pigmented and you're gonna look crazy. And I was kind of ignoring this side because I have a Maybelline, or no, I have the Rimmel translucent powder, and that's kind of always what I used. And then finally I just tried it one day and I was like, wait a second, why haven't I been using this more? Because this is super good as well. I set it for under my eyes or any places that I put concealer, like those areas that I just touched, and I think it works great. It doesn't give me a lot of creasing. I really like it because it kind of gives a brighter effect for the under eye, which I don't think my translucent powder does. So for that reason, I loved it. This is a huge fab for me. If you guys don't have this, I truly think that you need it in your collection, and for $5, you cannot go wrong. The next item is one that I picked up at Target. It is their Color Icon Ombre Blush. I got mine in the shade Mai Tai Buy You a Drink because it looked a little bit like on the peachy side, which I absolutely love. And whoa, this is gorgeous. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Luminoso from Milani, which is one of my favorite drugstore blushes. And it is just stunning. So I don't know if you guys can tell because I use it so much and I just swirl it all together, but this is more of like the dark peach side and this is more of a lighter shade, so you can either use them like separately, or what I just do is I just mix them together. I have it on today. I think it is a stunning blush. I've been wearing it so much. I've been reaching for this more than I've been reaching for Luminoso, which is super weird to me. But what I love about it, it gives such a beautiful glow. It's almost like this top shade is kind of like a built-in highlighter, and so when you put it on, before I even put on any highlighter, it looks like I have like peach in my cheeks and then like a slight peachy sheen highlight glow above that, and I just I think it is beautiful. I've mostly been using this with dual fiber brushes. Those are typically the blush brushes that I've been using to apply it, but I think it is so beautiful. It's very easy to build up without, like if you use a pink blush or a darker blush, you can't build it up or else you're gonna look crazy. But what I think about Luminoso, and then what I also think about this Wet n Wild blush, is that you can build it up and you're still just gonna look like super beautiful and you're just gonna glow, and I just love this blush so much. I hope you guys can get it. So the one I have is in Mai Tai Buy You a Drink. I have not tried the other ombre blushes, but I have heard really good things about them as well. So I think this one was like in the $4 to $5 range. So again, you can't beat that price. Wet n Wild, you're doing good things. This gets a fab from me. The last 2 items that I have to talk about from Wet n Wild are the newest Wet n Wilds to my collection, and that is their glitter singles. So this is what they look like. I got these at Target for 94 cents. 94 cents. And they were probably on Cartwheel. I'm pretty sure they were. So, I mean, they were probably like 93 cents. Whoa. I've had a very interesting experience with these glitters. So the first one that I used was the silver one. These were the only two shades that they had at my Target, and I could not find them anywhere else. So I was only able to get the silver and gold. So this is what the silver looks like. And when I first used the silver, I thought it was beautiful. So the silver I thought was just gorgeous. There was no fallout with it, which is probably what surprised me the most. I didn't find any creasing on the eyelids with it. I wore it all day. Super impressed with it. Then the other day, I actually went to film a tutorial using the gold glitter because I wanted to do a glitter eye. And I thought, oh, well, I'll use the gold glitter because I haven't used that. I don't have any photographs with the gold glitter like I did the silver. And instantly I could tell there was a huge difference. When I started applying the gold glitter to my eyes, I used the same brush that I had the silver. And, you know, I always just use concealer to prep my eyelids. I didn't have any sort of like glitter primer that I used with one and not the other. The gold would not stick to my eyelids, and I kept building it up and building it up. Nothing was happening. There was fallout all over my eyes. Like, I looked like a disco ball at the end. Within 30 minutes, my eyelids were totally creased, and I was like, this is really weird. And then I went to do a swatch picture for it, and I put my fingers in each glitter. The silver was like totally dry, and it was just putting silver glitter on my finger. The gold felt like I was putting my finger in oil. It was just oil, like it was disgusting. It was gross. And I will put the picture in here that I put on Instagram, and I actually wrote a full review on Instagram for it. But if you can tell, the gold, there's like barely any on my finger because it's just all oil. Whereas the silver, there's a really good clump of it on my finger because it actually is like good glitter. So it makes absolutely no sense to me. I have talked to other people who have the same things happen to them. Some are completely fine, some are super oily and basically not usable. So I truly don't know what to say about these glitters, because if I would only have gotten the silver one, I would have said, yes, go for it, totally, 94 cents, like this is a good glitter. The gold, I mean, I'm never gonna be able to wear this gold. Ever. So even though it was less than $1, it's still something that I just need to throw away because I'm never going to be able to use it. You barely get any product on your eyes, and then your eyes start creasing and you fall like crazy. Like I would never want to put that on my eyes. So it's totally confusing. I feel like this is going to be another like kind of split review because I don't know. I don't know if it varies per shade. I don't know if it just varies per like little single is what you're gonna get. Like, I truly have no idea. I don't know if I've ever seen that before, like the exact same products but two completely different outcomes. So very strange. So the Wet n Wild glitter singles, FAB on the price, FAB on some of the shades, but mega fill on the ones that are oily. So I'm gonna put this one in the middle as well, and that is everything for this first FAB or fail video featuring all drugstore products. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Again, if you have any suggestions for the series name, please do leave them in the comments below, or if there's any other products that you would like to feature, like for me to feature in these FAB or fail videos, please do just leave them in the comments below. I actually didn't mean to have so many products in this video, but then especially with the VIB sale that was going on, I wanted to make sure I got the recommendations video up and then my haul video up and then a couple of reviews and tutorials in there as well. So it just kept getting pushed back, and then I kept going to CVS, which is like the best place on earth. So probably in the future, it'll probably just be like 2 or 3 different items that I'm doing the fail or fail on. That is like what I intended. But if you guys want to see these like larger quantity videos, I mean, of course, leave that in the comments below because I only want to film what you guys want to see. But I hope you will give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, because of course that really helps me out. I hope you will subscribe before you go. The 2K subscriber giveaway is coming very soon, so be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.
Without further ado, let's get into the reviewing. So this is a definite fail. Okay, the first one that I have from, I got out of every single like liquid eyeliner pencil pen. It's one of my favorite drugstore brush. Like, the VIB sale was going on, and then That's what you do while I film? You lazy. Is that my